Good, everyone. Today is Friday, February 28th, 2025. Update for Monday the 3rd. All right, let's go. Well, as far as setups, let's stick with this one for now. Do wait for an entry. Obviously, things are kind of crazy, obviously, as of late. CCL bouncing a little bit. We'll take a look at that right now. Still looks like it's in trouble longer term. So far, rollover looks like it remains in place here. But you know routine. Take things one day at a time. BB still the official setup. Again, wait for an entry on this one. If you're looking for additional action, Walmart looks like, or WMT, I should say, looks like it's still in trouble here. You've got this gap lower, followed by a retrace, first thrust type of pattern, and not a whole lot of support below. So that's an alternative if you're looking for something else to do. For now, I think the best action is to mostly sit tight and let things shake out. Let's see if this bounce can have legs or if we roll right back over. Let's take a look at some sector action, and then of course we'll drill down a bit. So the P's bounce after hitting toward the bottom of their range, so that's certainly a good thing. Obviously it's just one day, but well off their lows of this range, as you can see, up a percent in over a half. One more big up day like today, we'd obviously be above the moving averages, and that would be a good thing. Unfortunately, a big down day, another big down day like we've seen recently, would have us breaking down below the range. So one day at a time, you know, routine. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Opening gap reversal there, better than the poke in the eye, I suppose, up over 1.5% on the day. But you can see its rollover is a little bit more impressive than the S&P 500. The bow tie moving averages are close to downtrend proper order, as you can see. So far, looking a little toppy. Longer term, the weekly still looks okay. Just a bit of a knockout move. The fact that we tailed off the worst levels for the week is certainly, it obviously a good thing. But again, one day at a time, we'll have to keep an eye on things, close eye on things. Russell 2000, a little bit of a reversal. So far, downtrend slash top remains in place there. Everything I've been saying lately still holds true. A lot of these areas like cybersecurity have come all the way back in, bouncing a little bit today. Gaming would be another one of those areas. It's come all the way back in from where it's broken out from, and of course, a little bit of a bounce today. Nothing to get too excited about. Gold got whacked a bit in here off its worst levels, but hit fairly hard nonetheless. Gold stocks, opening gap reversal there, looking a little bit better today at least than gold, the commodity. Looking at some of these areas, the fits, you can see a little bit of a bounce. Wide and loosened sideways for the most part, though. Certainly nothing to get too excited about there just yet. Cloud computing, you can see so far double top remains in place here. Bow tie to the downside. A little bit of a bounce today, but I wouldn't get too excited just yet until unless these markets could have some serious rallies. Semiconductors, decent bounce today there, but they got whacked so hard yesterday, 6% and change. It's pretty ugly day, obviously. That's an oxymoron from a trend following one, right? Anyway, I like to see them bounce back and get back into this range and, of course, be on. Social media, big hit on the open, but a little bit of reversal there. Still has to close this little gap that we had today. I wouldn't get too excited about any area at this juncture. But, hey, again, let's just take things one day at a time and see what happens. Bonds actually caught a bid today, so that's kind of interesting. Looks like they've been bottoming out a bit as of late. I wouldn't get too excited just yet, but certainly improving nonetheless in spite of the overall market, obviously. Telecom, another area bouncing. Obviously, it's pulled back in below its prior breakout. A little bit of a bounce. Let's not get too excited about that just yet. Let's take a look at major drugs. Decent day there. So far, it looks like they're trying to bottom out. As I've been saying ad nauseum, I prefer a bottom at much, much lower levels as opposed to mid-levels like this. But, hey, sometimes you have to take what you can get. And some of these defensive areas, as I've been saying quite a bit, like foods and drugs, have been bottoming out a little as of late. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. And I wouldn't get, I guess the other way of phrasing that is I wouldn't get too excited because defensive areas are bouncing a little bit and not a whole lot else. Anyway, I think that's about it for tonight. And again, I hate to beat the dead horse, but you know the routine. One day at a time. Everybody have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, you know the routine. I will be checking in throughout the weekend on Facebook, so feel free to hit me up there too. Again, everybody have a great weekend, and we'll talk again on Monday, if not sooner. Thank you so much.